All right, man. So we got some absolutely huge news coming here. So I promise to keep you guys up to date, not only on the presidential race, but also what's going on in the legislature, so in the House and the Senate. So we talked about how the Senate, it's going to come down to Tester's race and Osborn's race. Now what we're talking about is the House of Representatives. So the number one way to typically predict what's going to happen is usually from what's called the generic congressional ballot. It's too hard to determine because there's 435 seats. It's really difficult, and all of them are up for re-election. And the Senate, only 1/3 is up for re-election every 2 years. This is typically what's done. So what we have here is we have a new poll, brand new poll, 17 through 20 of August. This is a registered voter poll. Wish it was likely. They have the Democrats 47% to 43%. 43% for Republicans, a massive, massive lead for the Democrats. So this is attached to the same poll that had Harris up 3. So this is pretty crazy because this means that the somehow the generic congressional ballot is actually outpacing Harris. I'm pretty surprised by that. This is really huge for multiple reasons. So first off, I want to show you guys this aggregate here. So this is the double D's aggregate. So this is the Decision Desk HQ, the Hill aggregator. So for the generic ballot polls, what we can see is the Democrats have a 0.9% lead based on 505 polls. So what we can see here is the Democrats were losing for a while. They kind of took the slight lead here. They took the lead in this aggregator here, and then they've held this since. So in the aggregate, they're up 0.9%. So they're starting to take this lead here. And what we can see here, so they appear to include Rasmussen in their numbers. Rasmussen is really, really horrible, so it's going to set the numbers off. So we'll take a look at the 538 numbers here instead. In the 538 numbers, we can see that the Democrats have a plus 1.3 rating. So it's even higher than the 0.9 that DDHQ has here. But what we can see is there's a different trend we can see in these numbers. So here they've had this lead going, and so it was in the 0.3, 0.6, 0.7, that was 1. And now we have it consistently being over 1 for, at the very least, like basically a week. It's been above 1 point, which is huge. Because if you go backwards through this entire year, until like a year ago, literally more than a year ago, it maybe hit 1 point for Democrats maybe once. So the Democrats are clearly surging. There's obviously a result of Kamala Harris now being on the ticket. There's a surge down ballot as well. This is supposedly what Biden said. This is what Biden said was actually the big deal, was that he felt like people were going to keep reporting that the down ballot races were going to be bad. I think that's just a cop-out, though, probably. But he's up 1 point. The Democrats are up 1.3 now in the generic ballot polling. With Rasmussen removed, which is a trash pollster, what you can see is for almost a month now, this is actually like the largest in absolute value poll we've actually seen. So the last one to be as large as this in either direction was this this poll, this Marquette University Law School poll, which the last date was the August 1st, but it started on the 24th. So it's really been a month since then, effectively. What you have is the Democrat +4. You had this one, Republican +3. This one's kind of random. Seems like a massive outlier, and I don't know who Hart Research Associations as public opinion strategies is, but you can see consistent Democrat pluses. But what's crazy is this poll here is +4. We can also do like a 1-to-1 comparison, a 3-point shift since August 11th through 13th from the same exact YouGov poll. It's sponsored by The Economist, and then the previous one prior to that was also a +1. So we see there's a general swing. And then we also see that there is this huge one poll that's a boost, and also the 1-to-1 comparison is huge. So hopefully this will continue to hold the 1.3 margin. Absolutely massive. There's a legitimate shot that Democrats are able to win all 3, presidency, House, and Senate. And so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on this. But generic ballot polling on the way up. We got Democrats surging.